Hey, welcome, welcome. Come on in and join me today for my Kiss from Kristin. So, I don't know about you if you follow me much, but if you do, you probably know that I am in a phase of healing. And some days are better than others. And on the days that aren't so good, I have to spend some time reminding myself what are the right things for me to do? What are the best choices? What are the choices that are going to make me feel better and are going to promote my healing? Because I want quick and proper healing. So it's important for you as well. You might not think you're healing, but our bodies are always healing, even if it's not just on the outside. So I want you to join me today as I talk about blood sugar balance and why it's important for you. And I want to give you 7 simple areas that you can look at that maybe you can make a little adjustment so that you start to get more of a balanced blood sugar all day long. So to keep it super simple, because that's what I like to do, let's just talk about blood sugar as the concentration of glucose in your blood. And when you have too much or you have too little, you're going to trigger a stress response in your body. So what might a stress response look like for you? Well, if you have too low of blood sugar, it might be something like brain fog. Maybe it's impatience or nervousness. Could be lightheadedness. If you moodiness is a big thing with low blood sugar as well. Maybe you've got high blood sugar concentration. What does that look like for you? It could show up as being hyper anxious, like bouncing off the walls kind of energy. It could be that you're extra thirsty or you have a headache. So our blood sugar plays the biggest role in all of the mood disorders that are out there. So it's really important if you're feeling moody, if you're feeling extra low, or feeling like you've got extra energy that you don't know what to do with, to kind of look at what are the choices you've been making. Is this a blood sugar thing? Is it because your blood sugar is out of whack? So it plays a big role in all the mood disorders, but it also is going to affect your weight a little bit. So balancing your blood sugar can be one of the most important health steps that you take. It's so important that it's one of the first areas that I focus on with clients is, is it a weight issue? Is it a mood issue? And where does the blood sugar fall in all of that? So let's talk about the 7 different areas that you can maybe look at that maybe an adjustment, just a little adjustment, is going to help you get the ball rolling. Maybe you've lost some weight and you feel like you're stuck and the scale just isn't moving. Is there one of these 7 areas that you need to make just a little shift, get your blood sugar back on track, and start seeing the scale move again? So the first one is water. Drinking a lot of water. The rule of thumb is half your body weight in water is what you should, in ounces of water a day is what you should be drinking. And personally, I shoot for a gallon of water a day. So find what is at least half your body weight in ounces and go for that a day. And then you might try to build up, as close to a gallon as you can get. The second thing is protein. Now, protein is a really fickle thing. You want the right amount, but if you have too much protein or you have not enough protein, you're going to start to see some extra cravings. And cravings are what get us. They're what derail us from feeling like we're making the good choices. So it's really important that you have protein because it's going to help slow down the digestive process. And when that slows down, it's going to slow down the absorption of any of the simple carbs that you're taking in. And one of the things that I give all new clients to start them out is a 4-day energy experiment around protein. And if you're interested in figuring out what kind of protein your body wants, when your body wants it, comment 4-day, and I will get you a copy of this experiment. It's really simple, takes 4 days. You're gonna figure out when your body wants you to eat protein, and even what types of protein your body is gonna work best with. So it's a real important experiment to get clear on the protein piece, because that's gonna help you with cravings, and it's gonna help balance your blood sugar. Now, the third area is healthy fats. You want to have healthy fats in your diet because they're kind of like protein in that they have healthy fats have a complex molecular structure that, again, slows down the digestive process. So trans fats are the bad fats. They're the ones you want to stay away from. Those are going to be found largely in processed items. So if you are going for items from a bag or a box, they're probably going to have a lot of trans fats in them. The other fat is saturated fats. Saturated fats, you can have them, you just want to monitor them. And a saturated fat is going to be a fat that when you leave it out on the counter at room temperature, it's going to turn to a solid. So kind of think like bacon grease. Comes out hot and runny and liquidy, but if you leave that in a cup on the counter, it's going to get solid. Unsaturated fats are the healthy fats. And unsaturated fats are the fats that you're going to find in foods like whole foods, like nuts, avocados. And the unsaturated fats are the healthy fats that you want in your diet. You want to make sure that you are getting some of those. The fourth area is counting chemicals. I haven't counted a calorie. I have absolutely no idea how many calories I have in a day. And I haven't counted a calorie in over 3 years now. What I focus on is the chemicals. I try to reduce the number of chemicals that I let into my body. So following a whole foods diet is gonna, eliminate the need to count the calories. You just focus on counting the chemicals. So staying away from the chemicals helps to balance your blood sugar, because your body doesn't know what to do with the chemicals. It doesn't know where to put them, how to process them, and that is going to use up a lot of your body's resources on trying to figure out where to put these chemicals in your body. The fifth thing is staying consistent with meal timing. Now, I hear it said that, I don't like to be confined to a schedule. Well, you may not like to be confined to a schedule. You may like to be a free bird and just do what you want when you want. But your body wants to know that it's going to be fed at certain increments of time. So getting on a schedule, and you get to make the schedule, you get to set it, but find a schedule and follow that schedule when it comes to meal timing, so that your body knows it's going to be fed. It doesn't have to worry about tapping into reserves and the fear that it might be starving, that you might not be giving it a meal today at this time. So consistent meal timings is the number 5. Number 6 is sleep. And sleep is where right now I feel derailed. I am not getting the amount of sleep that I would like and that I need. So lack of sleep causes your hunger hormone, your ghrelin, to go on overdrive. So you'll have a craving that you feel like you're hungry, and you reach for the quick, easy foods when you have those cravings. And is the craving, right now I keep having to ask myself, is this a craving that I'm really hungry, or is this a craving that I need a nap? I need to get my body some sleep. I'm not hungry, I'm just tired. So think about your sleep. Is it sleep, or is it, are you getting the proper sleep, or are you seeing the cravings because your ghrelin is on overdrive? And number 7 is movement. Vitamin M. Getting movement is going to help to balance your blood sugar. And I'm not talking about going to the gym and working out for an hour and a half every day. I'm talking about movement. You know, if you want to work out, but you don't have an hour and a half to go to the gym, and so you just give up on movement, that's where I want you to find any pocket of time that you can and get some movement. If it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it adds up. So getting that vitamin M. A funny thing is I'm in a book club, and I mentioned last week in the book club about how our bodies are such a large portion of water. And if you think about what happens to a puddle of water that is not moving, it just gets stagnant. It gets a film on it. It stinks. It draws bugs. That's what your body does without movement. It just becomes stagnant and stinky. You need to be getting the movement in any pocket of time that you can. And the pockets of time are going to help you as much or more than one big episode at the gym. You want your body moving. Keep this water moving around and flowing. So those are the 7 areas that you can focus on. You can take a look at and see, do I need to make a shift, any kind of small adjustment in any of these 7 areas to help me balance my blood sugar? Balancing your blood sugar is going to help you with your mood. It's going to help you with your weight, and you don't have to wait until you find out that you have diabetes before you worry about your blood sugar. It needs to be something that you're conscious of and that you are making efforts to control it long before you have any kind of chronic disease come up around it. So I hope you got some value out of this. Remember, comment 4-day if you want the 4-day protein experiment so that you can figure out where protein is going to work for you, and so that you don't have unwanted cravings because of too much or too little protein. If you comment 4-day, I will get you a copy of that experiment so you can try that and see where that leads you. So I will see you next week with another Kiss from Kristin, and see you then. Bye-bye.